Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with so much masculine and feminine fun with this month's Kit Club. Lots and lots of goodies. It's not like a central theme. It has a certain positive, uplifting feel to the entire Kit Club. Lots of goodies that can make so many different cards. But before I get started, did you check out my last video? I will link it here. That was my crafty chit chat where I talked about some things, and then I also talked about the Spellbinders workshop that is coming, live event. There is two versions, an in-person event in Arizona and then also a virtual event as well. So definitely check out that video if you want more information on it. I will be linking in every video until this event is sold out because there are limited seats, I think in both of them actually. I will be linking below in the description box how you can purchase either option, whether it's in person or virtual. Yay! And I do plan on attending in person. Love that. It is August 27th to 29th. This is the crafty event that you don't want to miss. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this Kit Club. Here is Wonder Woman. Let's get started. This is the entirety of all 8 clubs and some bonuses as well. For the press and foil, you'll also get a hot foil roll, prism, pretty color. These are the 2 bonuses that you get with the All Clubs crate. This one, which is a press and foil that you can either press or glimmer. And this one is a die set as well with the number 1 with the finger pointing up and then the sentiment number 1. Really, really fun sets. And you also, if you get the All Clubs crate, which is all 8 clubs bundled together for one price, you will also get a pack of cardstock as well. I don't get sent a cardstock, so can't show you what that is. But I do have all 48 colors of Color Wheel cardstock. These are really, really nice, especially this one, because this one can also work on your masculine cards because of the detail that it has. It really does have that mixed media feel as well. Or if you do a lot of mixed media, this is the one for you. There's also some sentiments here as well. Let's start off where I like to start with the Kit Club. I always go with the small and large die of the month. These are the 2 that I normally make first. Small die of the month is called Unstoppable Dies, and large die of the month, Classic Kicks. Small die of the month would give you Superwoman, pretty much. She comes together easily, and she does have an interactive detail here where her legs can swing. This is her cape. Really, really fun set. And you also get some sentiments here with a coordinating sentiment strip die here with the little flag detail. 2 of them. Built to soar, you are super, you are unstoppable, you saved the day. These are really, really fun. There are some things that are both masculine and feminine. I would say that the theme is something like uplifting. Classic Kicks is this awesome Converse style sneaker, barbecue detail here, a bottle of beer, and then also some florals. So you have 3 different sets in this one. So this is your 3-for-1 set right here with the large die of the month. First up, here is my card example for the large die of the month and also the 2D embossing folder of the month. 2D embossing folder is called Solar Flare. 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. Really, really fun. I love embossing folders like this that have that movement within the embossing folder. So this has a lot of energy, like with that burst. This is great for a lot of birthday cards. Here I'm doing it like a dad card, really. For the backyard boss, it's your day to sizzle. You're in a league of your own. With Classic Kicks, I didn't do the florals. I just did the barbecue detail. I love the detail here with the barbecue utensils, the little hot dog. I put the bear here in the sneaker. That was like the example, but you could just do these by themselves too and then still make a card. I do have it on a 5x7, and then here's the sneakers. Really, really fun set, easy to come together. This little die right here, this is the back of the sneaker. Like the sneaker would be like this, like the front, the side, and your foot on the inside. It shows the back detail, okay? The main color for the sneaker is Cosmic Sky. This is Fawn Color Wheel cardstock. So pretty. This is all Color Wheel cardstock. Even this one here with the bear. But I did do a little bit of ink blending on the green. That's supposed to be a bottle like of Heineken. But very easy to come together for the sneaker. So I cut this twice, staggered the sneaker, tucked all these little goodies in there. For this detail now on the embossing folder, I used Tim Holtz Distress ink in Barn Door. Kind of did that whole inking technique that I learned in the Weekender last year. We did yellow ink here. On this one, I did the red ink. It was a good idea to use Distress ink or Distress oxide because with red, it did not stain my embossing folder. Sometimes with certain dye inks especially, when you use the color red, or even the pinks, some of the purples too, because it does have shades of red in it, it will stain the embossing folder. But for some reason, Tim Holtz inks, they don't stain. So I dragged the whole thing here. And I did want that powdery finish to have a vintage look to go along with the converse. That's why I use oxide instead of distress ink. I do have that same color both ways, but I did do this in distress oxide. Isn't that fun? And then I trimmed it down 1/8 of an inch shorter from the 5x7 card base, layered it up. I was tempted to put like a foundation die, but you can see the sneaker coming forward, and this is all popped up anyway off the card base, and this red really does give it a distressed look. Then for the sentiment, I had so much space here and here that I decided to stack the clear stamp and die of the month, which is Good Times. So you get all these fun sentiments, and I did 3 of them. I stamped and heat embossed every one of them, and then I cut them out with a coordinating die. I am loving this combo because when it comes to sentiments like this, and you have to fussy cut it, it's just so much more fun and easy to go with the coordinating die. These are all popped up too, so I just cut this like a second set, plain white cardstock, and then stick it underneath the sentiment just to pop them up too. Just to give it a little height, because this is popped up really high. This is about 3mm foam, okay? That's 2, and then these are 1. You know, I love the whole foam thing, the 1, 2, 3mm, all different heights. Love that. What do you guys think? I think this is great. I think this is great. This could easily be a Father's Day card for the Backyard Boss. Happy Father's Day. Backyard Boss, happy birthday, best wishes, something like that. I think this is so fun. Love, love, love the large die of the month, Classic Kicks. Then you could turn this feminine, make the sneaker feminine, use the flowers, or just use the flowers alone as well. This is really fun. And because it's a sneaker, this can go into your younger cards too, like for your tweens, your teens, maybe even for your kids too with this. Little kids, you know, with the sneaker. Cute. Very, very cute. For card number 2, this is a completely different story. This is either Wonder Woman or Superwoman. I decided to have her in shades of silver and gold. I think this is absolute fun. Look how fun she is. So you can see which foundation die I'm using here. I'll talk about that in a second. So with Unstoppable Dies, let me give you a measurement. Oh, I didn't give you a measurement on the sneaker either. Completed, this sneaker is 3 1/4 inch wide by 2 inches tall. For the utensil, it's about 3 1/4 inch tall and about 3/4 inch wide, okay? And then now for Wonder Woman, she's roughly 3 1/4 inch tall and 2 1/2 inch wide. At this sizing, she's small enough for an A2 card, but also big enough to use on scrapbooking, mini albums, journals, any kind of thing like that. Even if you were to make a banner with just a bunch of these little Superwoman style. Really, really cute. I'm going to call her Superwoman and Wonder Woman at the same time, because here I do have her amongst the night sky and then the clouds. Like I said, she comes together very easy. I decided not to make her interactive because I knew I was going to use the clouds and I didn't want the leg to get caught in these layers, because I have the base here, this is popped up, and then that's popped up. So there's lots of little layers going on here with this one. This is popped up 3mm high at the highest point. She's also popped up with 2mm foam because I wanted to give her like a 3D effect from that night sky. I did blend this night sky, and you will see this combination a few times. I'm using Simon Says Stamp ink in this shade of blue. This is a whole set right here. That's the lightest, that's the mid, and then this is the dark. This is a combination, I believe, of this and this one. Dusk and Night. Isn't this pretty? It's a very pretty blue. I did blend it on Hammermill cardstock, okay? But I did use this combo on another card as well, on a masculine card, because of that shade of blue. It's a really good shade of blue. These Simon Says inks are thumbs up. I was going to use this cloud, but I decided not to. So I put her together. Didn't use the sentiment here either because I went into my stash. For the cloud detail, for the foundation die, this is a A6 card, 4 1/2, 6 1/4 inch tall. I came into the Tunnel Clouds foundation die, and I'm using all 3 clouds here. The smallest cloud is here, where she fits into it. Then here's the second, and here's the third. I could have also used these clouds, the moon, but I didn't have that much detail and that much space to use all of this. So I like her just here with the night sky. I think that's perfect. Then to tie it in all together, I'm coming into one of my favorite Better Press sets that you can press or glimmer and then die cut. Besties Sentiments, Press Plate and Die. Crafters, this one is on the way out. I'll show you the rate here on the screen. This is a steal. You get all these fun sentiments. Here I have Be Fearless, because that matches that perfectly, doesn't it? It's a great set. I've talked about this one a lot. There's even Travel, Have a Marvelous Time, which I used on another card in this. So you can press or glimmer die cut once. Here you see it glimmered. Black cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll, which I think is so fun. For these colors of the silver and the gold, coming into treasured cardstock, which I have not spoken about in so long, I am using a combination of silver and gold. Treasured cardstock is an assorted pack of specialty cardstock. 15 sheets, 5 styles, 3 sheets of each style. There is glitter metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, which I have here, mirror metallic, and pearl metallic. And I'm also using from the gold, this, and then down here, the pearl in the center of her cape for the emblem right there. Fun. This is a great set. I haven't used this in a while, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to bring this out. And she was a perfect person to have all of this going on, both the combination of silver and gold. For the skin tone, I'm using Concord and Nines Neutrals paper pack. There are different skin tones in there. It's a fabulous set, so I'll put a link for that. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. This will be in other supplies, but it's a great set to reach to if you're making all these kind of images a lot, where you're doing people and you need different skin tones and maybe even hair. This is the hair from that pack as well. I think that is so fun. But this, fabulous. On the way out, I've used this too many times to count, and here I am using it again. What do you think of my card? This is Dad, masculine, and then here is Best Friend, Wonder Woman, Superwoman. When I was making this card, it reminded me of that song. I don't know if you guys know it. I'm Not Your Superwoman. Do you remember that song? I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Okay, I can't sing, but yeah. I was thinking of that song when I was making that card. You can check it out. Go search it. I'm Not Your Superwoman or Wonder Woman. Yeah, Superwoman. Okay, crafters, for the remainder of my cards, a lot of them I did shop my stash, which is good to use them because they help you to finish the card in terms of foundation dies or a better press set. So this is the stitch die of the month, Everyday MVP. You put together this hat that you can choose to stitch or not. If you use this drop-in detail, you just get the dot detail, but I decided to go ahead and stitch it. I think it's so fun. Here I'm using pomegranate color wheel cardstock. This color is Silver Fox Essential cardstock, Spellbinders older cardstock, because I wanted that shade of like this gray brown. This is a really pretty colorway, and I think it goes so well with the red. The hat completed is 4.5 inch wide, and the height is under 3.5 inch tall, okay? Super, super fun. I love this for a Father's Day card, or you can turn it feminine too. This could be like if your daughter plays baseball or softball, you can make all these kind of hats. And I love the sentiments. They're different ones. MVP, boss, number one, dad. Notice on this, I did not stitch it. I just left all the dots after I die cut it and then stick it on this little outer piece right here. So it gives that layer too. And then the hat. These are the bits are right here. This is for that detail. And I didn't use a drop in here. I thought enough stitching was over here. It didn't need more stitching here. But isn't that fun? I love this so much. I think this is a great little set right here. Everyday MVP. Also comes with some sentiments and a sentiment strip die as well. In the background, I'm using the Club Crate exclusive. So this is only if you get the All Clubs crate. When you purchase all clubs together. Here I have it pressed out on porcelain cardstock with Thunder, the gray Better Press ink. Love, love. See the detail? And then I put the hat on top. And then I use a sentiment. Happy Father's Day. For Happy Father's Day, I'm coming into Mother's and Father's Day sentiments, press plate and die. I could have done Dad, You're the Best. I did Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day, or Mom, thanks for everything. Fun little set. Goes on sale from time to time too. Press or glimmer, die cut once. Here it is pressed out, black cardstock with opaque white hot foil roll. For my 2 layers here, I'm coming into Precision Layering A2 sets A and B. I think I'm only using set A here. In each set, there is 16 dies of fabulous rectangles. Largest die in set A is your A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch, what you see here in black cardstock. If I used the largest die in set B, it would have been 1/8 of an inch shorter. The edging would have been tight like this, but I decided to make it a little bit wider, so I used the second die here in set A. So you see the black cardstock, then you see this, and this cuts this out so nice and give you a nice edge too when you use the coordinating die. So that's precision layering. What do you think of this card? I think it is fabulous. I love Everyday MVP. This is a fun one, nice one to have in your stash. And you could just change the colorway for any season, reason. At this sizing, this is also perfect for your scrapbooking and those other needs, or making banners. There's usually a hat sold in the souvenir store. So you could do special things like that as well for trips and such, beyond just always doing it maybe for Father's Day only. And like I said, for girls too, why not? So I made the Father's Day card. I had to make a Mother's Day card. This one is using this set, which is like a bold block print. It says, Happy Mother's Day. This is the present foil of the month, Greetings Maker. So you get lots of sentiments here, which I try to put in some sort of order. There is like happy birthday, best day ever, to the best dad, brother, to you, wishes, there's friend, thanks, and then I did mothers, fathers, brother, sister. There's also mom, and dad. Lots of options with this one. So you can press or glimmer, and then there's this die to cut them out, which I used 3 times here, just for spacing because I knew I wanted to put florals on this. I put these 2 at 1 millimeter height and then this one at 2 millimeter height and did a stack. So you can still see Happy Mother's Day, but they're not like all spread out, but you can spread it out too. If you wanted to go like the whole thing down a card, this is very easy to work with. The sentiment is pressed out with bisque cotton card using Thunder Better Press ink. So this is porcelain cotton card, the white. This is the off-white. You see the difference? I thought this made it more softer by using the bisque instead of going so stark with the white like that. For my florals, I came into an oldie, but definitely a goodie. This is the one I talk about when it goes on sale all the time. This is Club Blooms. This is a large die of the month, and she's an oldie, but definitely a goodie. If you don't own her, put her in your wish list and get her one of these days because it's a fabulous set. Here I have it on a chiffon base, and I decided to play with this whole peachy red, blue, and for the foliage, I did cut it out with acorn color wheel cardstock. That fun? Different colorway. I just wanted to see how it would look with the peaches. So you get the large flower, medium flower, and then all these other flowers. You get little bits as well. Here I'm using the little buds, and then all this fabulous foliage. So I'm using this one and this one. You can use as much as you want or as little as you want. For these 2 colors, this is chiffon and that is pomegranate color wheel cardstock. And the dark brown here, this is timber. Pretty. The blue is celestial, and I think the celestial along with that acorn is so pretty. This is a nice color combination too if you want to use blue with the brown on your masculine cards, or this is a feminine card and it still works. I did put some gems here. So pretty. For the card base, I did use Precision Layering A2 Set A, the largest die, to cut it out just to make my base clean. And look at that layer. I love the pop of blue. I think the blue with the peach is just fun. It's a different colorway for me. I just wanted to try something new. So happy Mother's Day and happy Father's Day. Fabulous. Up next, this is the 3D embossing folder of the month, Urban Grid. 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. You would use universal plate system for this. Here I have it embossed on some Altenew cardstock because I wanted this shade of green. So this has a real fun city background with the little river right here running through it. And what I did to pop up the detail, I did take some white pigment ink and slowly drag it on here as well. Then I came in with a foundation die for the sentiments. I'm using Essential Diamonds, an oldie but goodie. This set includes 12 dies. This one goes on sale from time to time. Put it in your wish list if you don't own it already. This one you can use a lot on masculine cards. So here I wanted to separate it from the background, but I did bring in the same color. I'm using 2 of the inner dies here. Out here with gray cardstock and then in here with that same green cardstock from Altenew. Then I wanted a stack of sentiments. So I went and shot my stash again. Best Wishes comes from the Serenade Sentiments die. You get lots of sentiments with the shadow. There are sentiments like happy birthday, best wishes, thank, grateful, thankful, and then for you. So like this card is for you, thank you, and all of that. This is gray and white. And then for the sentiment, I'm coming back into Bestie Sentiments, press plate, and die. Have a marvelous time. Black cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll. Isn't that fabulous? So it's like best wishes, have a marvelous time, because this is a city grid. I was able to stack the Better Press sentiment with the die cut word sentiment because the font is very close. So I think it does work together. Fun little travel card. Up next, this is the stencil of the month, Burst Mode. This is a 5-count stencil. So there is a combination in the stencil. There is this burst feel, and then there's also this dot detail. So I only use like 2 of the stencils here, and I also came in again with the same blues here to do that ink blending. And I also came in with some gray ink, like light gray and dark gray for this detail, which gives that same energy. So this is a masculine card. Very, very fun stencil of the month to work with, especially when you need a quick masculine card. You could keep on going with all the layers, but I didn't want to. I did do my ink blending on Hammermill cardstock. For that sentiment, happy birthday. I'm coming into Simon Hurley's Everyday Sentiments die. Lots of fun sentiments here, and I like the size of it. So I did happy birthday, which is right here. There is thanks, thank you, love, of, hugs, and hello. I think this font works so well with this. For the silver here, I'm coming back into treasured cardstock in silver, okay, with that black detail. For my 2 card layers, I'm coming into the largest dies from both Precision Layering A2 Sets A and the largest one from Set B. Black cardstock out here, and then I die cut this. Isn't that fun? Nice, quick, masculine card. Love that. And lastly, here is a card made with the other crate bonus, the All Clubs crate bonus. The one with the number 1. This is supposed to be like my daughter wearing a pink shirt. So this is a feminine card, even though the colors go into black and gray. For the black here, which is different than the black cardstock out here, this is brushed black cardstock, just to give it a little difference from out here. But I do love all my layers. So I had fun putting this together. There is the number 1 in the treasured cardstock in glitter. So fun. And then I have white cardstock here. For this layer, what you're seeing is the solar flare in white. So I love the detail and the energy and the movement from putting the hand like right here in the center of this, die cutting it out with white cardstock, okay? I die cut this layer first before I embossed it using the Bow and Bell scallop frame dies. This one goes on sale from time to time. This is a fun die set. I really love the scallop detail because it gives you nice edging and it tells a whole story with the layering. Sometimes you have something small like this. You have the A2 and you just want to have more layers than just having the hand by itself and nothing else. This hand here, it could work, but I do like these layers on this one. The sentiment here on this one is fine with nothing else happening, but I do like the foundation die here. Same thing with this one. I like the foundation die going out further to help tell the story. So I use this inner die here, cut out a white cardstock, then embossed it. For the gray, I'm using Anchor Color Wheel cardstock. The largest die in here is 3 3/4 of an inch wide, 4 7/8 of an inch tall. And then I come out to this detail, and I'm using, again, Precision Layering A2 Sets A for my background, okay? So fun. For the sentiment, you'll always have me. So it's number 1, you'll always have me. Again, Bestie sentiments, press plate and die. There's some nice, fun, small sentiments as well. These little tiny ones fit right there. Doesn't take away from the card, and this is glimmered again. Black cardstock, matte silver hot foil roll. For the pink you're seeing here, this is 2/2 color wheel cardstock, and then in the back, around here, the back of the sleeve. You see it? That is Dahlia. I love this because this does layer up nicely, and you can make a bunch of these. This is also great too to make on a banner for your kids or for your own, anything athletic teams. This is a really fun set. Football games, baseball games, anything sports. Very, very sporting, I should say that. Alrighty, crafters, that is it for this month's Kit Club. Going from masculine into feminine. Isn't that fun? I made 7 cards here. I'm even using the bonuses as well. Just a really fun Kit Club. Different things though. So you can always reach to these because these all tell stories. I do like this Kit Club for the storytelling aspect of it. Here with Wonder Woman, here with the sneakers, and you can just mix, match, and play between everything. Change up a lot of things, both masculine or feminine as well. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely check out this month's Kit Club. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye!